13-year-old killed at least 9 people in Serbia. School shooting, police said. Bravo! I'm trudno noć for my Serbian viewers. You know, I did say it in Polski, in Polish. What am I saying here? Okay, so I'm gonna be reacting to this because, you know, since we have Serbian neighbors, this is gonna be really difficult for me to view. And it happened 5 days ago, apparently. So not only this happened in Serbia, by a damn preteen, right? I mean, it's hard to explain. Like, I mean, the way he's acting already, he's not a child. You know, he is, right? By the law, he is. I mean, 13 is still child age, but, you know, it is because, I don't know. I mean, I'll get back into that shortly. He is a child, so to speak, but... 3 boys tried to shoot and kill middle school student in Maryland. Really? Yeah, I figure probably be in Baltimore. 11-year-old becomes youngest upper singer in the globe. That's nice. Parkland massacre? Texas mall shooting? What the hell are these shootings coming from? I don't understand it. And did Texas had a shooting in Uvalde? What the hell is going on? Okay, well, first of all, let's just... I'm not going to give it a like, of course, but let me just... Oh, that's why I have the earphones on. And yeah, it's like 5:25 in the morning right now.
Yeah, where police say a 13-year-old boy killed at least 9 people in a school shooting in the country's capital earlier today.
Belgrade.
The victims include 8 students and a security guard. Several of the children and a teacher were injured in this attack. And police say the suspect was a 7th grade student.
7th grade! I forgot, because usually when you're 13, it depends on the birth date of your month, right? For me, when I was 13, I was an 8th grader, if I actually remember, because when I graduated, let's see, no. I was 14 when I was going in. Okay, I was 13 in August, right? And then my birthday, since it's in December, I'll be turning on 14. So it's hard to believe that this boy, he's a junior high student, right? Not as in junior high in high school, but like a junior high in middle school. You might as well just be 12 at this point.
From the scene shows police leading the suspect away from the school. They say he drew sketches of classrooms and had a list of targets.
You know what? I wanted to say one thing right here. I don't care he's a fucking child. He needs to have, I don't understand it. He needs to have his face revealed that he literally took away 9 lives. I don't care if he's fucking underage. Like, he needs life in prison. Because you know what? The way he's acted, he's definitely needs to be charged as an adult. My opinion. I don't care to say, oh, Dion, he's just a child. No. Literally, actually, one thing that confuses me, and look at this, right, on Google, it's supposed to be Teacher Appreciation Week. This is not great for teachers across the globe, especially in Serbia alone. I wonder, I'm gonna look this up. Excuse me, are guns legal in Serbia? Oh, I guess they are. Apparently, it says here, Serbia has one of the highest rates of gun ownership in the globe. Are you serious? So basically, in Southeastern Europe, guns are not illegal by the looks of it, because in most European countries, it's forbidden, right? And I'll definitely will show the Wikipedia page later, but the first 3. Basically, overview of gun laws by nation. In Albania and Algeria, you can have guns, but only for hunting, right? And for Afghanistan, well, oh, boy, we're on top of Afghanistan right now. Let me just continue.
A teenager actually called police about the shooting himself.
So basically, okay, at least he did that, but still, I wonder though, it's kind of funny, this boy, I don't know, he's a mistake of a human being, that's for sure. I can't even imagine how his parents would feel though, like, why would my boy be such a down, like, devil, excuse me, at this burp of this, you know, like, him just calling on the police for what he did, I'm glad he did, or he was dumb enough to do that, Because, well, let me continue.
CBS News foreign correspondent Imtiaz Tayeb is following the situation for us. Imtiaz, so we know police has a suspect in custody. His father, though, was also arrested. What can you tell us about this?
Lana, Errol, so good to be with you, but a really terrible story.
I gotta
It's not
cut my hair.
often we talk about mass shootings in Europe. I know, obviously, it's a very different situation where you are, but what a grim situation in Serbia with the arrest of a 13-year-old boy after he killed 8 of his classmates, 7 of them girls, 1 of them a boy.
What? I wonder if there's a pattern. Okay, that's something. 7 girls? C'est la fille. Le monde. Yeah, pardon me. I like to speak more like a French. It's supposed to be Canadian French. C'est la fille. Le monde. D'où la... Oh, la gueule. Do it at fun. I understand this. I don't understand this at all. I don't. It's amazing. He literally shot. Okay, I guess he shot or killed 8 of his classmates, right? If I'm hearing that correctly, but 7 girls, like, okay, this here the term a boy that killed a handful of females. It's like this boy. I swear, I'm kind of getting that feeling. This may be Andrew Tate that's probably causing this. I mean, I don't know much about that fucking man, right? That fucking freak. But the thing is that I know there's a pattern that boys are becoming quote incels just because girls may not like them or whatnot. Let's just continue.
And a security guard. We understand 6 other children are very seriously injured, a teacher as well. But the boy, as we've seen in those images, has been taken into custody. We understand he called the police himself to be arrested, although others had called the police as well.
Okay.
Now, we're also hearing that he will not be criminally charged because
he's a
under
minor.
Serbian law, children cannot be charged for crimes even...
Yeah, I'm thinking, if you're like a preteen, right? If you are a preteen, as in 13 and older, you're entering your teen years, you need to be charged. Now, if he's 12, he still needs to be charged, right? Like this, I don't know how it works for a child that does stuff like this, but once you enter 13, then I'm thinking you start to really need to have adult responsibilities. I don't know, that's just how I think, right? I don't know, because I didn't do none of this stuff at that age. Honestly, the only thing that I did bad is just getting detention because, well, I don't know. I probably came in late, or maybe I just didn't want to do one of the work because I was upset one day, or didn't get along with the other students, or maybe because I talked too loud. But that's about it, really. Plus, detention was hell. So,
as heinous as this one is, but his father will be charged. What exactly those charges are, we don't know yet, but the reason the father is being charged is because the 2 guns, the 9mm pistols that were used in this attack belonged to the father.
maybe the father should get life. Because the thing is, his damn little boy, well, not little anymore, basically, I don't know. I don't even know how it works here in the United States, honestly.
They were legally registered firearms, but of course, this 13-year-old boy was able to have access to them, had 3 magazine rounds with 15 rounds inside of them, and unleashed them on his classmates. Errol.
It's very dark stuff there, MTS,
It is.
and you make those comparisons with the US. Much easier to get weapons in the US, much more difficult in places like Serbia, and you've noted how
I didn't know it was difficult, honestly.
father has been arrested. So what more are we learning about this 7th grader's potential motive?
Yeah, it's a really good question, a perplexing question, and one that I'm sure many parents who are grieving in Serbia are asking themselves, particularly those who've lost their children. Just how could a 13-year-old want to do this to his classmates? The short answer is we don't know yet.
Yeah.
We have heard reports that he may have been the victim of bullying. Some have even suggested he did poorly on exams.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. If you basically do bad at school, right, that makes you more of a psychopath or a mass shooter. I don't understand that part, honestly. And we just check outside. I apologize, my beanie looks a little bit weird. I'm just hearing birds chirping right now. And it's still kind of chilly. You know, it's like 60 degrees or something like that. Sorry about that, honestly. Let me check back on the front, and I could eat my pizza bites too, because I want to have a little snack, because I was so clinically depressed, right? I'm not kidding. My brain felt so heavy. I literally did not... I went to bed probably like around 5:30 or so when The Simpsons was airing, and I didn't wake up until like... Do you know what time was it? Like 4:14 or something, while my brother was gone and whatnot. And just look how gorgeous. Oh, come on. The moon is out again with its adorable gray spots. I'm not gonna howl. I already did that the other night. So, just to bring this up, right? When I was in school, okay? When I was a freshman, fresh meat, like we like to call it, okay? Or, how can I say this in Spanish? You know, caliente de la fresco. Or, how about this? You know, caliente, no, vaca de fresco. You know? Fresh cow. Because the thing is, I acted like a cow myself. Well, I was a freshman. What do you expect, right? I mean, hell, even if I started college, I still act like it. The thing is, basically, for me, I would basically fail a couple classes because some of the teachers were bitches, right? There was this one principal from Ireland. She basically almost wanted to expel me just because I cried in front of her. So she gave me an attitude for no apparent reason because I basically was seeing that I was not studying, and also her secretary here, we were doing, we were a Spanish class, right? Because we had Spanish 101. I was taking notes, and apparently she thinks that, oh, like, what are you doing? Or, you know, why are you not taking notes? Why are you not following this class? Like, lady, I am, right? I didn't talk to her like that, but in my brain, I probably would, right? And then she just told me to go outside and talk to her, and she was not happy for no damn reason. And I did cry to all my students of how the way she was treating me. And the other students, I don't remember their names though. All I know from my freshman year, right, is Samuel, whom is the boy, one of the very first crushes I had, right? He was Mexican, by the way. Samuel, I don't want to give his last name. I just know that he wore glasses. He's a little bit chubby, but he grew really tall, really handsome. And he's still wearing glasses, and he likes bacon, apparently, and basically basketball, right? Makes sense. He's into sports. Oh, and football. Basically, they agreed with me that the principal mistreated us, right? And I remember one incident that we protested. Okay, I'm not kidding. This is back in, like, before 2010. It was such a different era back then, right? I guess after, you know, Barack Obama became president, and then with the economy crashing and whatnot, and, you know, going to, like, the emo punk phase at that period. I remember in our school, right, we were, we were doing this. Like, save our school, save our school. We were literally doing that. We were, like, hopping, right? All the way down into, like, a Walmart down there, right? Kind of like the one that I passed by straight up from our house where we lived. We actually did that. I remember us we were all holding hands, right? Because even though the school isn't great for the ones that want sports, because it is a charter school in a way, well, it's hard to explain. It's somewhat like a charter school because it is small. It's supposed to be 150 students. However, though, I'm thinking, like, after the first two semesters, was it the first two semesters? Or somewhere around there. It went down to half, 75 students. It was so bad because if you basically get below a 70, which kind of makes sense, you would fill out the class, right? Because it's supposed to be a college preparatory high school in a way. And we basically did that. And not to mention our sophomore year, we got a much better principal. He's a man, by the way, right? And he was bald. He was a little older, like, I think he was like in his late 60s, right? He's not, well, I mean, maybe he's late middle age, but, let's just say that he was much better than that Irish, Blatulenko of a cunt, right? And basically, well, the school didn't really did too well after that, and we had to depart to go other schools. And my junior and senior year, I went to Alhambra, and I still got my yearbook, by the way. I apologize, this is off topic, because as someone that loves his education, okay, I take this stuff really serious. I still, once again, okay, and I'm not gonna show the front page because it has my personal info, like where we used to live and all. That is top secret. This is our yearbook, right? Basically for me, I still got my old high school yearbook photo, and this is what it looked like back then. Okay, yeah, I'm that old, a decade old. And also in my high school, right? That boy, I don't know what, I feel awful for all Serbians out there that had to go do this crud, especially in Belgrade, right? I don't know, like, he's 13, I don't know how many years he should get. I'm thinking, you know what? I don't know, like 9 people, right? Let's just say that every girl he killed, okay? I know he's 13, but he's much more old enough to know what he's doing is not right. He's not a fucking 8-year-old, right? I mean, I heard about like a 6-year-old that shot a woman or something. I don't know. I haven't heard much about that. I want to stay away from it. But let's just say for a boy his age, I think for every girl that he basically have shot or basically murdered should be like 5 years. So do the math. 40 years? Okay? I don't fucking know. I don't know. You know? He's 13. I don't know how it goes. 5 years for each girl that he killed. And then for the security guard, well, I don't know, 4 years? You know, that's 44 years, so he gets out when he's around, what, 57 years of age? Something like that, I suppose? You know, I just had to assure that because when I was in high school, okay, and I'll show my senior year picture, I look like the Candy Man. The thing is that we would practice, you know, the lockdown. Like whenever there's a shooting in campus, we never had one, if I remember. Like we had like alarms, right? We would basically practice. Like for anyone that's from SoCal, how good do this? What's surfing, dudes? The thing is, or what's surfing? Just to be more formal. The thing is that we would basically hide underneath the table, right? As practice. For once again, for anyone that's from SoCal, I'm sure you have those procedures if you practice for earthquakes, especially in the San Fran region. We would do that just in case if there's a shooting. We didn't have any shootings, however, though, we did have fights, and I think one person got stabbed. No one got killed, if I remember, though. But I did witness a couple fights, but not all the time. When my brother went to that high school, right, because I went to the exact one, right here, right, Alhambra High School, and around 80%, you know, yo quiero, 80 or más por ciento de estudiantes, son los, you know, Mexicanos, they're mainly Mexican, right? The thing is, when my brother went there, it was ghetto. It was much more bad. But when I was there, it wasn't as bad, right? So, basically, maybe this is why, like, violence and all this stuff fascinates me, especially where we live, because, you know, like, how you got Mexican cartels, the shootings or whatever. Well, let's just say that I witnessed stuff like that and almost getting a gun pointed at me once, and I don't know. Well, they teased me. They didn't, like, shoot the gun at me, but it was like a tall, like, black man in dreadlocks, and he basically got cheesed off me just because I want to document around our neighborhood. I don't know. He was psychotic. Honestly, he should not be mentally well to have a gun. And also, forgot this boy that I knew named Carlos. I'm not gonna show his face because I know he didn't want to be on camera when I went to you know, that store that he works in. Maybe if anyone's interested, I could probably show his face later though. You know, just to you know, be friendly. This is the girl that had a crush on me for some reason, Destiny Garcia. People throughout our school in our freshman and sophomore year keep telling stuff about us. I don't know why. And then just to find a picture of me, I know it's in here. Because the thing is, for us seniors, we have the color ones. Well, for the freshmen, sophomore, and juniors, it's black and white. That's how we actually did it back then. I can't find my face in it. Can I have a minute? Hold on. Well, look at that. Yep, if you don't think that's me, then you definitely need some glasses. But yeah, that's me a decade ago, right? So far, I'm not even far from Destiny's picture there. I do recognize a lot of these students, and let's see, he's the one. Let's see, his name was, I forgot his name. He would always call me Darth Vader. This boy here, you know, because he's a really sweet guy. He is. I miss her. She is such a sweetheart. She's the one that bought me the yin yang bracelet. OC. I hope she's doing okay to this day. She's Mexican, if you can tell. She is like a little like obese in a way, but she's such a sweetheart. I mean, back then, right? And we both love Pokemon, by the way, like Casey did. You know, Casey's a fucking psychotic bitch. But you know, if you can tell that this is what 2013 looked like back then. I'm not sure for any of my high schoolers that may be viewing this or anyone that is in college, right? This is how we looked back then. And yeah, we are really diverse, but the school is mostly Mexican, of course, you can't really tell. But it is a really diverse school, right? Such a different time back then, and I do recognize a lot of these faces. I do. Like, I already named, like, called out, like, 3 of, well, including Carlos, that's 4. Oh, she's sweet. Stephanie, right? Because I think she was in anime club, if I actually remembered. And Selena, she liked talking to me. And, oh, that's right, that boy, Emmanuel. That's right, with Jesus. We used to hang out, like, every day for lunch. And, yeah, I didn't tell them I was gay until later. They didn't care, though. But, of course, I did, you know, act, you know, I guess you could say, called straight around them, just to make them feel comfortable, because it was in the early 20-teens. But I just can't believe how that boy acted. And it does concern me that this is how it's like. I mean, in middle school, like, I mean, high school is harsh as it is, right? I'm glad that I haven't been in any fights. I have been verbally bullied, yes, but not physically. And it doesn't make sense how this boy shot like 7 girls. Like, okay, something seems really odd, you know? Like, it's weird. 7 girls and 1 boy. You know, if it's like a mixture, like 3 girls and 4 boys or something like that, I wouldn't pay notice to that. But like 7 girls? Like, either this boy probably got some influence from Andrew Tate, because he is European himself, right? I think he's Romanian, unless I'm mistaken. And apparently he is basically influencing, you know, like a snake toxin, mentally, yet spiritually, of these boys that they should not be mistreating girls properly. That's why a lot of girls gotten killed. We don't know. We just don't know. You know? No, sais pas. I'm not sure I'm saying right in French. But, you know, I just wanted to share this because growing up, we didn't have any of this stuff. You know, we didn't. You know, I mean, a decade ago, yeah, that's a long time ago. You know, it's like 1993 versus 2003. Big difference, right? Like wearing like jean shorts or Saved by the Bell, you know, type of style compared to like maybe 90210. Big ass difference, right? I don't know. I just had to just share this because I can't believe I still have this yearbook. It sucks I don't have my state ID because I'm proud of my state ID. It's like one of the best pictures I took versus this one, right? Because I love my state. I don't want to leave. I don't. Okay, I'm born and raised in this firebird soil. I do not want to leave out of my nest. Okay, I don't. Because I'm a fire type and I cannot be around somewhere that's cold and muggy. But, you know, I just had to just share this because it's hard to believe that this fucking happens. You know, it's like these shootings are getting more and more and more common. Not to mention what happened in Vancouver about the Alex Bodger incident. I know that's a bit different, but it concerns me that us human beings would treat us each other. Or be that parents being involved in this, right? And as someone that's an uncle, I just honestly got like 2 minutes left, right? I get a little bit concerned that my youngest nephews and nieces, because they're still, well, I think my youngest niece, Alani, she's going to start high school because she's 14 now. I remember she was 9, and she's growing up, though. She's still small, right? All of them are short like me, right? But, you know, it does concern me that they may have to go do this themselves, like the youngest. My oldest, like, nephew and niece, they already left high school. I'm glad they did. But still, though, you know, it is a bit concerning that this happens these days, in this era, right? So I just thought I could actually just share this. And for my Serbian viewers, Hvala, I know that's a Christian, right? Whatever. I just hope that to Buddha's belly that you're actually hanging there, because this is fucking ridiculous. And yeah, I try not to croak, because trust me, once I express emotions, it's a little difficult to not stop controlling it. So yeah, I wanted this to get this out of my system. I just don't understand it, really. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. The boy's face, I don't care, he's fucking 13, right? You know, by law, he is a child, yes. You know, it's just the way he's acting is adult act, right? He is a child. You know, he needs to have his face exposed for what he did. It's like a 10-year-old that basically bought the guns, or I think he did the little text, Inside Edition posted about it. Okay, he's fucking 10, alright? Like, that's a child right there. Okay? He has his face posted all over the internet. So why not this boy, who is 3 years older than him? Oh, I swear, I might design a Serbian flag, but I need to buy some markers for that. And I'm not even ate my damn pizza bites yet.
Maybe I should use these clamps.
You know what? I don't know what to say next. I just want to say, house for Serbia, and may they have a full moon of no danger. I want to take a picture of the moon very quick if I can. I cannot.